Hello, and welcome to my course, SQL for Beginner. My name is Ton. I'm currently a software engineer at Facebook with more than 7 years of experience working with data. As part of my job, I have worked on a variety of data applications, from building large-scale data infrastructure, analyzing and extracting insight from data to make long-term decisions, to building predictive analytics product from end to end. Today, I'll be your instructor in your development journey. There are literally thousands of SQL courses online, but most of them don't prepare you for using it in the real world. In this course, instead of just learning about the basics of SQL, we will learn how to apply it in real-life business use case to draw insight from data to make data-informed decisions. We even go further to present and communicate the insights effectively using interactive visualization dashboard. This course requires absolutely no programming experience. By the end of this course, you will be able to understand all the basic fundamentals of SQL and work with database efficiently. If you are new here, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to get updates on more tutorials like this. Now let's jump in and get started. In our first lesson, let's talk about what is SQL and why you should learn about it. A lot of the world's data lives in database, and in order to access and retrieve data from the database, you need to use SQL. SQL is short for Structured Query Language. It's a programming language designed for managing data in a relational database. So it's been around since the 1970s and is the most common method of accessing data in the database today. SQL has a variety of functions that allows its user to store, retrieve, manipulate, and change the data. So why do you need to learn SQL? There are three basic reasons. The first one is SQL is used everywhere. Second, it is in high demand. And third, SQL is the most popular language for data work in 2021. Almost all of the big and small companies nowadays using SQL, especially all of the biggest names in the tech industry, like Uber, Spotify, Netflix, Airbnb, Facebook, Google, Microsoft. The list goes on and on. So we all read about articles of certain jobs will be disappear in a few years. But in this digital age, there are other jobs that will thrive. And people with the ability to work with data efficiently, to process it, extract value from it, visualize it, and communicate it, will be in high demand in the next decades. So based on the US Bureau of Labor Statistics, by 2026, there will be around 11.5 million new jobs related to the data science field will be created. So with such high demand and growth, there will be a huge gap need to be filled. So if you want to get a job in the data field, your focus should be the skill that the market embraces and what the employers want. Of all the data-related jobs advertised on Indeed.com, a job search website, SQL is the most mentioned skills comparing to Python, R, or machine learning. So SQL is in absolute high demand. SQL is also the top language for data work. So if you take a look at this bar graph here, which is created from the 2020 Stack Overflow Annual Developer Survey dataset, we can see that among developers who work with data, more than 70% use SQL more than any other language. Now that we know about SQL and the reason why we should learn about it, in the following lessons, we'll start setting up our environment, learn about the basics of SQL, and start applying what we learned to answer real business questions using SQL.